Everyone, welcome Tai Chi to the People. And today I have COVID exactly again, one year later. I had it last December into January, and I have it again. This time it's way different. It was very, very intense last time. This time I feel feels like a head cold. But I'm dealing with that. I'm doing my best to take some rest. But I wanted to share some exercises with you for this week. Um, this year, as I mentioned last week, as a matter of fact, I didn't put out the video last week yet. I'm going to put it out. As I mentioned last week, uh, I will be focusing a lot more on coaching this year because I'm doing different types of recovery in my body. Coaching intensely on strategy, techniques to help your push hands game and Tai Chi in general, but very much focused on push hand strategy. And these push hand strategies are applicable regardless of what style Tai Chi you do. And if you're a grappler, wrestler, etc., you might find some very useful techniques to add to your game. So, excuse me. That being said, one thing I want to work on today is the shoulder roll. Now, the shoulder roll, the intention of the shoulder roll is someone blasting you. Someone's about to push you on the shoulders. And this is a concept that's very, very important. And I use it all the time in Tai Chi. Wherever, and you probably know some version of this, but wherever a person wants to go, if you change their target, even by a little bit, you're giving a slight disruption to their strategy. And that disruption can mean everything. And so that means they want to hit you here. They fired knowing that you're here, or they're firing a punch to your head and then you start moving it back. They're firing here and you move the target a little bit closer. Their calculation when they fired, like even if it's unconscious, that calculation it's gonna be a bit different. You're going to throw off their initial calculation versus you remaining static and then blasting you back. So what we're doing here is we're meeting the opponent early. Sometimes you say when someone pushes, you pull. When someone pulls, you push. It's a very similar concept, except you're doing the opposite. And when they push, you push sooner. And it's similar to this old Tai Chi axiom. If the opponent doesn't move, you don't move. The opponent moves, you move first. So this shoulder roll is going to connect to a wonderful ecosystem of using the combination that I'll do on a separate video. But today I just want you to start getting the shoulder roll and the cascading. But essentially, the combo is going to be standing up. Shoulder roll. Someone's pushing at you. Shoulder roll. As you shoulder roll, bang, you're going over to snake creeps down. That means if someone's two arms are coming at you, one hand's going to go over, the other hand's going to go under. Snake creeps down. Boom. Your snake creeps down right here. So you'll have shoulder roll, snake creeps down, arm drag, step across, and you're actually taking the back of the opponent. The hands are sliding down and up, and boom, you're going to do finding the needle at the bottom of the sea. So that combination, shoulder roll, snake creeps down, arm drag, take the back, finding the needle at the bottom of the sea, is an amazing. I remember the first time I got that combination on somebody. Josh Waitskin taught me, and Dan Caulfield, of course, as well. But the combo, it throws off the timing of the opponent and it really helps you take the back quickly. And if you do it properly, you'll get a nice throw out of it, depending on the weight of the opponent. So we're going to work on just the shoulder roll. Now you can do this shoulder roll sitting down like I am or standing up. If you're standing up, I'm going to sit because I'm again like resting up for COVID. I'm in my son's room today. But if you're standing, the shoulder roll is a cascade from the lower down chin up. And the cascade is very similar to dragon style kung fu. Dragon style kung fu, big cascading spine. Big cascading spine. So this is a shorter, smaller cascading. And boom, it's just the shoulders, but it originates in the lower down chin. Coordinate the breath with it. You can keep the chin down if you want. And you can really slow it down. You can do it here. You can do it here. I have 70% of my weight on my front leg in a traditional front stance. I'm going to do it sitting now. So sitting, my sit bones are into the chair. So my butt pushed back, spine straight. Imagine I straighten me up and cascading. Exhale. And I have my hands just gently placed on my knees, just to get the mechanic. Now, the interesting thing about this is that when you use the chair, you're really getting into isolating the shoulders. And you can really feel how you can use the momentum that's going up the spine and even into the chest cavity and transfer that forward. Not necessarily lift the shoulders up, but have them go forward, forward and up and down, forward and up and down. And you want to get really, really in tune with this undulating sensation. And again, if you stand up, I'll do it on the other direction now. Left leg forward. Now notice my weight, 70% on this front leg, hip relaxed, coiled into the back hip, coiled into the front leg hip. And notice that I'm not taking my weight off that front leg. So that 70% maintains. And again, it's one of those drills where showing it with a partner is very, very helpful, and I will make a video on that. But I want you to take the exercise, the drill itself, the exercise of just doing this undulating, cascading spine, and really find the rhythm for yourself. And remember, your time. Now, this is about timing. This technique, you can do it anytime, but to use it strategically, it has to be timed with your opponent's move. So that means that you're going to drill. You're going to have a partner, do 5 times each and repeat. Start slow. Someone's going to push you, and you meet the push before it gets there to the target. Meet the palms. Excuse me. So that's exercise 1. And we'll do a few more for today. Let's do just uplifting heaven to keep our circulation going. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Notice that I'm doing this sitting down. You can find some of my seated Tai Chi exercises on my YouTube channel. Hey, Sam. Inhaling up, pushing the sit bones through the chair. So remember, when you sit, if you sit during Tai Chi, the chair becomes your legs. So you want to be able to put the mind through the base of the chair, whether you're on 4 legs or I'm on one. I have a swivel chair right now. But you want to be able to put the mind into the chair to feel firm through there. So very similar to using a weapon. If you use a weapon in your martial arts, at least from a Kung Fu perspective, the weapon is an extension of the body. So therefore, your breathing goes through the weapon. The visualization goes through the weapon. You're always aware where the tip of that weapon is. You're always aware. I love doing just a basic bow staff form and really paying attention to this tip of the staff. So all the way through the chair if you're sitting down. 2 more. 1 more. So now let's break apart the second part of that. We're talking about the strategy. So first you have the undulating shoulders, the spine cascading out. Next, we're going to have the snake creeps down. Snake creeps down is so different. It has different manifestations in different forms. My Wu style snake creeps down is up and comes down. Similarly, the water boxing Yang style hybrid form has a snake creeps down like this. And now the snake creeps down on this angle is very similar to how to pass the guard in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, meaning that you grab the pant legs of a person on one leg and you pull the leg down and flatten the leg to get past the opponent's guard. So snake creeps down this is the Wu style snake creeps down. Going all the way down. This is the Yang style water boxing snake creeps down. So here, and you turn and you turn. This is pretty much exactly the same if you're playing jujitsu on the ground and you're pressing the opponent, pinning the opponent's leg down, and you slide your body past to the upper body of your opponent. The snake creeps down in the reverse breathing Yang style form from Grandmaster William C.C. Chen is here. So we're here, fingers point, and now these fingers stay, and you create space between that point in the air, which is on a person's body, and you. So very important strategic concept of creating space. So, and it's also in the Wu style. There's another moment of the Wu style where here, another creating space moment, just so you can see. Look at my hand right here. This hand, my eyes on the middle finger, the hand stays still, and I create space. The hand stays still in the air, and I move my body back. So in push hands, you're having the knowing when to create space between yourself and an opponent by creating a point of contact and then keeping that point of contact still while you move the body. Notice I'm keeping my arms still in the air, but my hips are lowering. This is how you fool the opponent. And it can be done from different angles, like I just demonstrated, etc. So that's a little tangent from snake creeps down applied to this combination. Remember, the combination is cascade shoulders. So you cascade shoulders, snake creeps down into the arm drag. Step around and take the back of the opponent and needle at the bottom of the C. So again, this is a reversal move. You're catching it, you're timing it with an opponent's push. You're meeting their push before their head palm gets to your body. So you're throwing off their intended target. You meet them early. You do your snake creeps down on the arms to break their structure. Step around and you do this angled throw. This angled throw is your hand on one shoulder and your hand slides up the other side of their body. You're on their back to the other shoulder and you just turn them. And again, when you do the timing right, it's one of the sweetest, most effortless combinations that I've ever experienced in Tai Chi. It's really, really nice. I've only gotten it a few times, but it's really amazing when you do get it. So now we're going to work on this. After the cascade, down and up. This is the arm coming over the opponent's arm. So this arm comes over. When you cascade, your opponent's pushing you with double palms. One hand's going to go over their arm. The other hand's going to go under the other arm. So you have this right here. Notice that this hand is going to be wrist to wrist with your opponent, which means that it's going to be closer to your shoulder, while the other arm will be farther out. So you have this motion, but you have this distance. Almost looks like Wing Chun. So after the cascade, 1, 2. And from here, you're already sliding. If your opponent was pushing toward your shoulders, this posture in and of itself is crimping and disrupting the shape of their double push. So one arm is already bent and the other hand is probably still somewhat straight. And you can catch that hand and flip this arm up. So from here, 1, 2. So now you're in your arm drag position. Let's go over it again. So after your cascade, 1, 2. Again, 1. Your snake creeps down, 2. And this 2 has a flick. This flick of the wrist, if you watch some of my arm drag videos, this is the flick that we're always talking about, wrist to wrist. And you just use these 3 fingers like you're throwing a baseball and you're putting spin on the baseball. And the intention is to spin these fingers to throw your opponent's wrist to your opposite hip. So you flick and it goes from here to here. That flick by itself, when you train that by itself, should be enough with no other component to the move, should be enough to pull your opponent's body off of its root, meaning that it pulls their upper body from their arm, the momentum, flicks their wrist down and pulls them across to your other hip. That's going to help you arm drag. It's going to help you set up the side control to push them if you want to push them or to take their back. So again, cascade. And now up and down, flick, and arm drag. Now here, this is the interesting part. My front leg, I'm actually taking, this is one of the few moments that I talk about this, that strategically we do this. I have my left foot forward here, and I am softening my weight into the back leg. So I'm here, and I'm softening through, and I'm opening up my toes. Oh, yes, thank you. Thank you, Sam. I have COVID today. So yes, the cough is not very good. So spin, and notice that my knee is turning. My knee, I'm going to use this finger, this arm, to show you where my knee is pointing. So my knee and my toe move in the same direction. The reason I'm talking about this is because this is going to set up your taking the back moment. So cascade, 1, 2, flick down, and now the knee and the toe move at the same time. And now you push off this back leg and you spin it around. So this knee, it spins and you step. I'm actually going to point the camera down so you can see this. Excuse all the toys in my son's room. Okay, check this out. Here we go. So cascade, up and down, arm drag. Now look at this. You're arm dragging. When you do the arm drag, you have your space on the 70% forward. You pull them into the space. You're making them step through, and toe, knee are turning, and now you spin. You push off the back leg and spin around. This is a bakwa step. So you're stepping with the knee and the toe turning inward. Boom. And now you've gotten behind your opponent. So this step is very important. Once again, here we go. Cascade, snake creeps down, arm drag, and step. So now you have yourself behind the opponent. You're taking their back. Notice that my hand crosses their spine. I go behind their back. What might happen is that this foot may turn and step in between their legs. Their legs have stepped this way. More than likely, if you have your left leg forward and for some reason their left leg is also forward, that means that their right leg steps across. So as you turn, their left leg is near yours and you step in between their left and right. Hand comes around. That hand comes around and it slides up. It slides up the oblique all the way to the clavicle area, the shoulder, armpit area from behind though. So doing the whole move again, cascade, or you cascade and go right into snake creeps down. Go right into arm drag, pulling, shifting the weight, step and reach around. And now here is where you do your, here we are, needle at the bottom of the C. The needle at the bottom of the C, I'm only doing this posture to clarify how you want the arms to compress. So it's great to do the posture. You're more than likely not going to get this shape because that would mean you're squishing a human. Well, what's happening is that you have the shoulder blades, you have the tricep. When you do that arm drag, you're going for the tricep of the opponent, deep in the armpit, under the arm. You're going to hold that tricep as you go around. And as you spin, as you put the arm on the other side, you're still going to have some piece of that tricep area. And then when you spin down, you're going to be turning away from the tricep and down, pulling that other arm down. So you're going to have your hands behind their shoulders in the back. So you'll be back here and vroom. So the ideal is to put the spin so tight the hands come together intentionally. Doesn't mean they're going to do it in reality. So once again, so you can do the moves in multiple sets, and I'll do another video on this with partners when I don't have COVID, is cascade 1, snake creeps down 2, arm drag 3. Take the back, 4. And kneel at the bottom of the seat, 5. Once again, we'll do it on the other side. Right leg forward, cascade. 1, 2. And then take the back and kneel at the bottom of the seat. So again, all these moves are really based on timing. So you have to do them with an opponent. I do recommend doing the body mechanics on your own. That's one of the greatest gifts of Tai Chi to me, is the any martial art with forms. The amount of time you spend alone doing your forms is amazing. So I'm a huge proponent of forms. Some people like collecting more forms than others. I do about I do about 3 forms, 4 forms. And Tai Chi, like I have my own experimental form, but I do like 3 core forms. 4 now with actually with the Tai Chi poem that I do every morning now. So my experimental will be a 5th. But that being said, they're all fairly short except the Wu style, which is the longest, which is about 16 to 30 minutes. So, and I deeply appreciate having a long form, having a short form. I think it's a great lifestyle, great ecosystem. I do have some Kung Fu forms, but I don't do them nearly as much. And I do have a staff form and an Arnis form, Kali Eskrima. And so I do those as well. But I recommend forms. If you don't do forms, they're incredibly helpful. And the reason I'm mentioning this is because the form, you're really training the mechanic, the visualization, the breath work, but then you have to bring it to a partner. And when you bring it to the partner, that's where you really start working on the timing. And that's where you really want to figure out what works and what doesn't work. The move I just showed today works. So it's because if it's not repeatable, it's not competition worthy. And this is competition worthy, I guarantee you. So it's just a matter of making sure that you have a partner. I'll put out, like I said, put out a video that you can really walk through with a partner, so that if there's any doubt that comes in your mind while you're doing it, like, oh, maybe I should do it this way or that way, try it so that you are really working on timing first and emphasizing timing and emphasizing intention with timing, meaning that this shoulder roll is meant to meet the pressure early. You meet the pressure early, and that is the chain, that is the catalyst for the chain reaction of this whole combination. So you really have to meet the opponent early and then go for your other moves, all those other moves. So today's going to be a shorter session because I do need to take some rest, but I do want to finish up with some breath work. And also, since Sam is here, I'd love to Sam, for you to share any thoughts, questions, or ideas on anything that you might have been thinking about in terms of push hands, Tai Chi, or anything you want to share, etc.
Well, regarding the shoulder roll, we do the backward. We do the backward roll. From here, we do this one.
Mm-hmm.
So probably this is more dissipation of the energy.
Yeah.
Unlike yours is a meeting more on the offensive side. We do this one in the Wu.
Yes.
I can share.
Okay.
Well, probably I'll add that one. It's my first time to hear this one.
It's very interesting. It's very interesting because I remember when my dad and I got recruited onto the U.S. team with Josh Waitzkin, and the stuff that he was doing was the stuff that I had only seen, heard about in like the Tai Chi books, and I had never seen anyone do these moves without looking like a master. Josh did not look like a master. Josh looked like a 28-year-old guy with scruffy hair and a hoodie, but he was throwing masters on the ground. He came and challenged my Tai Chi Sifu and our entire class and beat all of them up. So, including my dad, which is how my dad called me, and he was just like, hey, this guy just came and beat us all up. And we were known as like some tough guys in New York. So for Josh to come and do that, it was like a big deal. And so I remember meeting him and being like, man, this guy is doing he's not abiding by, he's applying the rules without being limited by by those who came before him. And I thought that was so
Yes.
interesting. And so, this move is one of the moves that I was very proud to learn, because it was one of the first ones I saw him do, just really being able to capture someone's pressure before they came. And when we do the what do you call that? The rooting drill. If you've seen the videos with the rooting drill, and you're taking you're expanding the shoulders, and you're splitting the energy. I think you know which one I'm talking about. The rooting drill videos I have. So you're doing this Tai Chi rooting drill. The rooting drill is so similar to this exercise. It's different, it's completely different, but it's also very similar. And it's similar in the sense that in the rooting drill, you're pushing the shoulders forward to create this moment of this wall-like sensation, because you're redirecting the opponent's pressure into their body. So in this drill, with this exercise, the cascade has that happen for a fraction of a second. So you have the wall experience happen for a fraction of a second because of by nature of you meeting the pressure head on. But it's happening so quickly. And that's why you have to drill it with a partner over and over, because the second you meet that pressure, you're already reaching for that snake creeps down posture. And the snake creeps down posture, if you have similarly, another application is that if you're doing, someone grabs your neck, like in Muay Thai, and they put you in a clinch and they're pulling your head down, one of the ways to get out is to reach across and push, almost like a snake creeps down, and reach across and push on the face. So you're turning the shoulder into the opponent's arm that's inside, pulling your head down, and you're turning yourself out to break the hold. So it's just interesting to see the similar motion being applied in, again, fractions of a second to get to these other goals. So roll here, and I totally understand what you're saying. Yeah, the shoulder coming back to go with the energy of someone pressing on you versus the other one to meet it early, and both are viable strategies if you know the timing. So all right, let's finish up with some breath work and visualization here. So uplifting heaven, exhaling down, inhaling out, exhaling down. Again, I'm seated, so I'm going to reach across. I have one finger reaching down. I'm actually going to place it on top of my thigh and press and reach with the other side, exhaling down. And it's almost like a chopping down, and I drop it right on my thigh. Just so you can see, boom, drops right in the thigh. Inhale, reach across, and I'm pressing, reaching down, but with the reach, I have this press as I reach over. Exhale, chopping down, and I inhale, reach, and I reach down as well. I'm reaching toward the ground, so that reach creates the byproduct of the pressure on my thigh, helping to push me over. This is another super important Tai Chi push hands concept in terms of strategies, these little reaching moments where reaching toward one target creates the effect without its indirect tension, indirect pressure, rather than me pushing on my leg to go up. I'm reaching to push on my leg to go up. One more. Inhaling up, exhaling down. And we'll put one hand, the back of the hand, right on the kidney. Hand on the shoulder. We're going to walk the finger down. And as I walk down, the intention is downward, meaning that I'm gently pulling the arm, not all the way out of the socket, of course, but stretching it all the way down to the elbow. And when I grab here, I have this downward energy, stretching my arm, and I'm going to lift, I'm going to scoop the energy up. So I'm not going to go straight up. I'm going to scoop it up. So I'm pulling down, and I'm going to scoop up and forward. Exhale, pushing the shoulder blade forward. Inhale deep. Exhale. Doing my best to keep my hips and shoulders square with my heart forward. So I'm always clear on the geometry of my body in the room, in relation to the room, and I exhale, soften, 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 allow it to go back into place. And on the other side, again, the back of the hand on the kidney, hand starts at the shoulder, and you walk the fingers down. As you walk down, pressure increases going down and out. And then you start to lift up, just like here, White Crane spreads his talons. So you do this little lift forward and up, swooping it forward and up. Exhale. And make sure that you have the structure all the way through the hips. If you're sitting, the sit bones, shoulders. Notice that my other arm is structured as well, meaning I'm pushing my shoulder forward and lifting out. So I'm creating this structure here, almost like a box. Other side. And this is one of those stretches that really saves the arm from locks, in particular, the chicken wing lock in jiu-jitsu, where someone comes around and pulls the arm, or omoplata. It's another jiu-jitsu move where your arm gets locked and you get flipped. And this exercise has saved my arm multiple times. So I cannot recommend it enough. People thought I've got my arm broken, but nope. I'm just flexible here because of this stretch. So walk it down, scoop forward and up, exhale. Inhaling deep. Exhale. Be gentle with yourself because it takes some, especially if I haven't done this in a long time, I'll be a little tight up here. So inhale deep. Exhale. Breathe into the stretch. Inhale deep. Stretch. And then soften. And one more. Back on hand, kidney, walk down. Inhale up, exhale. And drop. Put it together. And close the eyes, inhale, white light. Spread through the whole body. Inhale at the front of the body. White light toes to the top of the head. Exhale, roll down the back, head to heels like a waterfall. Inhale on the left side, white light. Exhale, roll down the right. Inhale to the belly, white light. Exhale, pushing down the leg into the ground. Visualize that light coming out and up and around like a big fountain in reverse. One more, inhale to the belly, white light. Exhale, push it to the top of the head and spread out like a fountain in all directions, white light. You have gratitude for the body, the people in your life, the space that you're in. Just rub the hands together around the chest. Tap away. Massage. Up and down, sternum. Other side. Floating ribs up. Other side. Collarbone. You shape on the collarbone. Switch. Looking up and relax all the way through the reproductive organs. Chin up and massage with strong pressure. Past the chin, collarbone. Back and neck. All right. Onto the chin, squeeze. Again, squeeze. earlobes, and up, over, down, under. Strong pressure. Up on the face, to the side, release. Up on the face, to the side, release. Back to the side, release. Fingers and scalp, front to back, back to front, front to back, back to front, front to back, back to front. Massage. Front to back, back to front. And slapping, front to back. Gentle, back to front. Hollow fist, very gentle, banging. Front to back, back to front. Grab the scalp, immediate let go. 2, 3, release. 1, 2, 3. And reverse it. Temples. On the top of the forehead. 1, 2, 3, 4. And reverse it. Temples. 1, 2, 3, 4. And reverse it. Under the eyes. And reverse it. A heart. Switch. Let's take the nails, the thumbs, stick them in the groove between the eyeball and the bone and tap around that groove and the pressure points. And then second circle wider. Third circle widest. And then middle finger on the eyebrows. And massage and bridge of the nose. Thighs. Near the nostrils. Top and bottom. Above the gum, beneath the gums. And switch. And the sides and top. And the bottom. Tongue. And reverse it. And flick the fingers out. Thumbs. 1, 2, 3. Grab 1, 2. And press and hold. And drill 1, 2, 3. And then tap. 1, 2. Third circle widest 3. And really get when you're on the wide side, really getting into all these wonderful pressure points here. And top and bottom of the finger, that side. Top and bottom. Top and bottom. Shoot sides. Top and bottom. And sides. Top and bottom. And sides. And open up and press and hold between the index and thumb right here. And just hold for a second. Feel the feel. And then massage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then take the thumb in the same position and drive the thumb all the way up this wonderful natural line. Right here. Right to the pressure point. And then thumb, pocket of the elbow, 2 fingers here, and massage. 1, 2, 3. And then drive the thumb down, just above the pulse, and massage. And then take the palm on the pulse. And then other side. Press and hold. And drill. 1, 2, 3, 5. And tap around the circle. Second circle bigger. Third circle biggest. And really get those wonderful pressure points here, top and bottom, all the way down. Top and bottom of the thumb and sides. Top and bottom and sides. Top and bottom, side. Top and bottom, side. Top and bottom and sides. And then, oh, spin. Press and hold here. And massage 1, 2, 3, 5. And then drive the thumb all the way up on this natural line. So you want to go from here to the pressure point. So the thumb is going to drive strong pressure the entire time, all the way up. Massage. 1, 2, 3, 5. And then pocket of the elbow, 2 fingers, massage 1, 2, and then drill all the way here and massage. And then just close the eyes and just feel all the good sensations in the body. And thank you guys so much. Thank you, Sam, for joining. If you ever have a thought, question, or idea, anybody, always feel free to post it in the comments. And I will be back. We will be back next week. And I have so many videos that I just haven't posted this year, and a lot are shot, uploaded, and coming to you guys. So a whole bunch of stuff on the backlog. So it will come soon. And of course, you know to find me, janstaichi.com, Jans Tai Chi, pretty much everywhere on social media. And you can always be a supporter on Patreon at patreon.com/janstaichi as well, and help make better and better videos. So thank you guys so much as usual. Thank you, Sam, for joining, and love you guys so much. Have a great day.